Howdy, howdy, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, welcome, wherever in the world you are. Hope everybody's doing well today. Got some more Eve to start today. And I had hoped to do some escalations today, or try and get some today. But we've got campers in here again. And I met them yesterday. They seemed very nice. They sent me like character birthday candles onboarded on missiles and lasers and stuff like that. You know, so they were very thoughtful. I'm sure they would be happy to be any after birthday festivities as well. So, but I'm all partied out, so you know that probably won't happen today. And I'm not feeling like the need to get into such a fight today. Yesterday was awful on how much I died. Just the way it goes. So, anyway, I think that, you know, maybe I will head out into a different system or something like that. And, you know, just take a little something, poke around. I don't know. Let me see what I've got here in the way of these ships. All right, so this one looks to be all drone. Its drone distance is 100. Targeting is 100. Let's simulate it. And then see what the info shows on these attributes. How far? 86K. Optimal. All right. It's actually not too bad. So interesting. Oh, it's using the Praetors as its stuff there. Oh, those are actually less. All right. Well, good to know. So maybe we'll take this out for a hot minute. All right, let's see here.
Warp drive active.
Davo, and guess who? Donovan.
Warp drive
All right,
active.
let's see how this thing does. This thing's cap stable. It's not worth very much. It's under 500 million. Guess I'm doing well today. Thank you. far away. Very far away. Well, we'll see how this works out. It may not work out at all, but we'll see. Five is the max that I can do, huh? Right. Alright, at this point they should just keep fighting on their own. Yep. I don't know what they're hitting. Probably hitting that battleship. Well, it's fine at this point. I'm gonna have to tell them what to hit. I don't want these getting too close. Well, the damage application is very good on this. It's low DPS, it's under 600 DPS, but the damage application seems to be pretty good. So I mean, for a 500 for a ship that costs only 500 million, or yeah, 500 million, 480. Now, obviously, if I were out here with my paladin or whatnot, it would go a lot quicker. But typically I like to take that out in my home system where I have a lot more control on things. So we're just shooting a little more casual today. See what they really are. Okay, so 86K is their optimal. I don't know what their max is. Oh, their accuracy fall off is 16. Shit. Alright, so that's kind of the edge. Right. They're not very accurate at 16. Do I anchor bubbles on gates for escalations? Well, so bubbles and escalations are two completely different things. That kind of escalation would be pissing off the hostiles. Escalation of their tempers. So an escalation is doing a site like this and then completing it and having it present a new opportunity. There's a couple things that can happen in these. One is, well, actually there's 4 different outcomes. I complete it, nothing extra happens. It's just done. I complete it, and it presents an escalation, which is to another site that actually will pay a hell of a lot more and is very, very nice to do. And then there is, in the last wave, there's a possibility of 2 different drone types. There's the sentient drone, which is I don't know, it's worth a little bit more in its bounty, and it typically carries some loot. The loot, though, is not worth very much. A couple million maybe. And then there is the infested carrier on the last wave. You hit that, if I'm in this, I leave immediately. And so I do not have the I do not have what's necessary to do that, take it out with this character. So this right here is a Dominix Galante battleship, Tier 1. The Dominix is, in my opinion, the best all-around battleship in EVE for doing PvE. It'd be my number one. It's my number one choice, number one recommendation. McDutch. Great in pairs for cross tanking. Oh yes, I've done triple Dominix before, repping each other stuff. Base potato, yes. Got sentries out here, and they're chewing things up pretty nice. I've got the right damage type against them. It's not high damage. This has only got like it's under 600 DPS, and but it's the right damage type, and so it's I'm being pretty effective. I'm being very, very effective for the cost on this ship. The cost on it is just very nominal at under 500 million. And it's cap stable, and it's repairing its own shields and everything. I was not around for the Ukraine fundraiser event, no. Apparently they've been switching and pecking off that other one each time. I want it to get the smaller stuff, though. I don't want it to get too close to me. Quinitar, hello? The one after the closest. I do not understand what you are asking. Critics, no, this is a Dominix. Very effective one at that. For its cost, it is super effective. Here. It's under 500 million, 585 DPS using the sentries. He'll do almost 700 DPS using Praetors. And it's cap stable. Yeah, not a high cost. The damage type for these drones is the correct type, and so it is being pretty effective. You know, it's cheap for shield modules fit to an armor ship. Oh, it says this is an armor one, huh? All right, well, that's okay, because we're using the lows for damage, and we're obviously protecting our shields just fine. They're hitting me a little bit. It's cap stable, so... And I'm all aligned and stuff. I've got the drones. The drones are sitting right next to me. I can just pick them up and go to warp if hostiles come in. And so I'm pretty safe with this one too. It is possible with something like this to go kind of semi-AFK. I don't necessarily recommend that, but you could. But it doesn't take the rats out quite fast enough for my liking, because it tends to default to taking out the bigger ships, and so then you could get overwhelmed and have little frigates on you, and that could be an issue. Here I'm taking out the smaller stuff. But it's good casual ship. And yes, it doesn't perform like my Paladin. My Paladin will do these in 12 minutes, maybe 13. And this one's probably going to be more like 30 minutes. But it's pretty casual. The risk is pretty low. It does a fine job. I'm not too worried about its tank. I seem to be doing just fine on that. So... feels pretty good. Maybe this one's good enough to put on EWB too. It's another variation. I have a few others. So I have another sniper fit on EWB, and I don't remember the details of it. I haven't flown it in a while. We could look. Wild worms. Sorry, wrong chat. Yeah, you know, it seemed kind of strange, wild worms. Didn't know what was going on. Lucky none of the mods saw that, because they would have just banned you. Don't know what it was you were watching. No, bashed potato is a bashed potato is not a snipe. That one is a brawler. This one also is nice because it has enough room for salvage drones in it if you decide you wanted to salvage. The salvage, though, on this is going to be 3 million, maybe 6 million worth. It's not a huge amount. If I get an escalation, we'll hop in a carrier. We'll take my paladin over to wherever it is, and we'll do it. Escalations are pretty nice because you can do them even with, even in not as safe a territory, and that's because you have to be combat probed down. So as long as you're watching for that and you're not using MTUs, MTUs can get combat probed down pretty quickly, and they're hard to pick up if you're not right next to them. So, but you know, as long as you're ready to, move out if you've got that.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Palmery, thank you for following. Welcome. I think there's going to be at least one more wave after this.
This message is brought to you by the ERU Corporation. The area is 3500 AU. LE and their band of renegades have all but defeated our joined allied forces, but they did not break our spirit. We will not surrender. With the solstice only seconds away, not only is it already too late for Ellie to retaliate, probability of their success, for statistical purposes, is 0%.
What you will witness in the coming moments is an event so grisly, so unforgiving, it can eliminate all life from the known universe in just the blink of an eye.
I've been searching for an escalation. Man, hasn't been working out well. Maybe I should just buy some. It's just a little complicated to buy them. You know? Maybe in the evening I should just be grinding it out, trying to get one. Oh, they're a bit far away. I'm gonna have to wait for them to catch up. I can't even target them. They're too far away. Can't target till 105. Braveheart, how's it going today? You can buy an escalation? Yes. So other players, so like if I get an escalation and I don't like where it is, or I don't have time to run it, basically, what do you have? Is it 24 or 48 hours to run it? And so basically you can go and bookmark it, and then you can offer it for sale to another alliance member, and then basically you share that bookmark with the alliance member after they've sent you something. Usually it's like 100 million or so. These you make 200 to maybe 400 million on them if you get really lucky on some of the drops. It tends to stay on the lower end out here though, as opposed to when you're in like other areas. The drone lands just don't pay as good, unfortunately. So I'm not orbiting my drones because I don't need to. I'm actually aligned so that I can pick up my stuff and just warp to a station, warp to safety. So that's what we got going on right now. After, I mean, how many ships did I lose yesterday? I mean, I lost 1, 2, 3, 4. I lost 5 ships yesterday in PvP. That is probably the worst day in more than a year of losses. PvP, and not to mention a couple of them were really expensive. So, maybe I don't feel like taking such losses today. Which I think is understandable. Did I sort out why that happened? I got stream sniped multiple times. Yeah. They were just adding a little fire to my birthday candles for my character. Yeah. One of them even came in here into chat and said, well, he didn't really want to attack. You know, he was watching and stuff, but the others wanted to, so, you know, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine. Stream sniping is not okay, but I understand that it happens, and if I'm gonna cry about it, it's only gonna happen more. And it is one of the facts of being a streamer is that stream sniping happens. So just the way it is. Need a 2-minute delay? But drop tech. It would take me an additional 2 minutes to reply to you on that. That's the problem. So yeah, I don't do the delay. I've played with that before, and a long time ago I decided that I would rather die more than have the delay. Contract has been assigned to me. What? What is this? Alright, it'll be a minute before I can bring those guys up. What is this? Oh, some filaments. Ooh. Nick. Agitated, calm. You know, I appreciate it, but I don't need these. Let me tell you about. Thank you, but no thank you. Let me tell you about my experience. My experience with running stuff like abyssals and stuff is that I go and run them. If I'm in a very expensive ship, then by the time I come back out, there's people sitting there and waiting to shoot me as I come out. And so, you know, I was running, you know, 4s and some 5s and stuff, and I stopped because I keep getting I keep getting sniped on the way out, even in, you know, 3s. Just, it's no fun. So I don't run them. So thank you for the thought of sending me those, but I wouldn't use them. Those of you on YouTube, hit the like, please. That'll help introduce the show to some potentially new people. Much appreciated. Show them the casual side of Eve. Tomorrow is my 1200th show for Eve. Can you believe it? Doesn't that sound crazy? Hey, Shosundar. All right, I think this is the last wave, and you'll be here. All right, drop tech. I mean, not that there's anything super special about the number. I swear I thought I left the Eve community for good? Oh no. No. You never quit Eve, you just take vacations. Right? I'm pretty sure this is the last wave. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll get an escalation. Probably not. But I can hope. Oh, Steve. Squiz, you can't leave Eve. Yes, your site, people would revolt if you left. I mean, others might try and pick up doing something similar, but it honestly wouldn't be probably as good, as complete, certainly wouldn't have as mature a data. All right, so no escalation and no loots. Just, yeah. So I did that, what, in about 25 minutes? I guess that's not bad, because I'm doing them in about 12 and 13 minutes of my Paladin. I mean, for a ship, the Paladin 2 billion, or is it maybe more? This is 500 million. I would say that that this is pretty good. So let's see here. Let me see if I can find my escalation stuff. Let's see here. So We can do squad, patrol, or horde, and potentially get an escalation. So, squad is tier 8, patrol is tier 9, and horde is tier 10. Looking at this right here. Basically, these are the different DED sites out here. Potential ones. There's probably none of these really low ones out here. Yeah. So we could try looking for a squad. See what, see how quickly we can do it. And, you know, see if it,
Warp drive active.
you know, if it can produce the same escalation as the horde and take less time, maybe that's a thought. See if maybe these are easier to take out. Okay, I'm gonna have to, I already know I'm gonna have to get closer to this. All right, let's see here. I have to be within 105 to be able to target some of these things. These immovable objects that are here. Let me align now. Be aligned. Okay, now I need to get stopped before I launch these out. We're gonna have to go after some of this other stuff first here. All right. I think a bit more to take out than what I thought. That one was the furthest away though too. So awesome skin. This is the Yuli skin. It's a Christmas skin actually. And the ship's very dirty. It has a guiding light on it during Christmas, like the week of Christmas. Alright, so we eliminate most of the DPS by getting these towers out of here and then leaving the drones for for the last here because they're going to be triggers for the next spawn. You always thought hidden, forsaken, and forlorn? Well, yeah, so when you're talking about the escalations, like I was mentioning, and everything, they are different names depending on the region that you're in. And so, hub, hidden hub, forsaken hub, forlorn hub, haven, sanctum, those are all valid as well. But the drone ones are called different. It's a different grouping. But basically they're kind of the same levels. The escalations are not nearly as good though for the drone lands. Mighty. Let's see if I have this one on EWB. Nope, that one's different. Yeah, I don't have this one on EWB. Just to come up on that screen. Not sure that I'm taking this one out faster. I didn't start a timer on this. I was kind of thinking it was, like, am I going to be able to do this one faster? Smaller stuff, I can take them out quicker. Which is better, heavy drones or sentries? Because when you compare brand new tune for DPS, heavies win. Right, sentries are better. Sentries are better because they're right next to your ship. They stay there. You have to stay stationary or orbit them. But if they start getting chewed up, you just pull them right back in. Whereas if you are using heavies, they're way out there, they're slow, and they die before you get them all back in, if they're getting targeted. So even though the less DPS, it's much more effective, in my opinion, to be using sentries. Alright, so these are all just cruisers. These will get taken out in like 2 shots each, something like that. I'm letting them pick their targets at this point. They're all far enough away, I don't have to micromanage them. Tell them to shoot. Why are you guys not shooting? Madrid, hello. I am going through the waves faster, and this does escalate to the same thing as the Horde. Tell which ship kill sentry tower at a gas site. That all depends. Wow, this is done already. See, now that was a lot faster. That was what, around... That was about half the time of the other one. It won't pay as well on the bounty, but I'm after the escalation. So, Sentry Tower to gas site, there's a lot of things that depend on that. I think it's going to be something pretty tanky, though.
Warp drive active.
I was able to pull in my drones and leave very quickly. Oh, I forgot to check and see if there's any special loot there. There can still be special loot there. I don't know if carriers have a potential of spawning on these or not. That I don't know. Stopped here. Oh, the bounties on these are smaller. Well, the battleships here, the bounty is 431. They're about 1.1 million on the Horde sites. I wonder if they have less DPS. Or I mean less EHP on these compared to the other ones too. Really, I'm doing this more so because I want an escalation. And so if I get paid less doing these, I don't know, it might all wash out the same in the money category. Because, you know, getting paid well for doing the escalation, but having given up a lot of the bounty to get that escalation, then maybe it just becomes an exercise in fun and not an exercise in making money in the game. Something to think about, I guess. Daily? Can this chip take down those sentry towers? It all depends. See, there is a... Okay. Your question is too broad. You need to be very specific on what kind of sentry towers, what site it is and stuff. And the problem is with that is that I am not versed enough in gas sites and their towers and the response stuff that flies in on those to know what to answer you. What I can tell you is that typically they're in wormhole sites, which changes a whole bunch of stuff. If they're in a wormhole, you've got a whole bunch of other things to worry about, such as if you're going to get ganked by somebody else and stuff.
Welcome to the Dragons.
So you may need to be able to defend yourself at the same time, which changes your fit. There's just a lot of factors in this. I would look up. Here's what I would do. I would Google the name of the gas site and look for someone who has run it before and use them as an example. I think that would be the best. There is a cargo container out here. It's from one of it's from one of the turrets that I killed. It doesn't have anything in it but a little bit of ammo. Now this actually is the type of site here. This structure that's there, that thing that looks like a giant pitcher plant, it's a station, it's a drone station. They all spawn within about 3K of a particular knob on that, on the station here. And so if we look at this here, they tend to spawn right around this, right here. And they, with that said, so we'll watch when the next spawn comes up. With that said, this is where you can use a smart bomber. Because you put your sentries out there, you fly in here, you use the sentries to tag anything that's straggling. And then you get in here and you blow it all up. And so that is where they appear, and you can just sit there and smart bomb them over and over and over again. Now the thing is that even though this is a squad site, it doesn't, you don't always get this structure. It's ugly. Can you pop it? Yeah, I think you can kill it. See, they're all spawned right here. Do that. So if you have smart bombs running on that, I can take that wave out in 30 seconds once it appears. And then do the next one, and then do the next one, and then do the next one. But it's got to be this type of site. Or it's got to be that configuration. The drone surveillance also uses that that little station there. So you can go around looking at all the drone surveillances that are in a system and do that formula. But the ship to do that is a couple billion, so more than 2 billion for the smart bombing Markee to do it. So it's very expensive, and so does it have to be Markee? Yes, pretty much. Because you can also set up a Praxis smart bomber, but the problem is it doesn't move as fast, and you have trouble getting to the point in time to keep control of the site, because it's all about the control too. It's not just sitting there and bombing. They have to be there. So if they're not there, your sentries have to take them out. And if they get too close to your sentries, then your sentries can't hit them, and then you're just screwed, and you end up chasing them around with smart bombs, and it's Three Stooges at that point. So it would be interesting to play around with that a little bit and see what we can do, and maybe we'll do that in home system at some point when I don't have campers in there. I have campers in there right now. I smell their campfire. They're in there. They're just waiting for a good kill. Yeah. So, not be something that we do today, but we could try it another day. And that's one of those things, I don't know that that's in a guide anywhere or anything. It's just something I happen to know about this type of station and where this stuff spawns. So, how many new EVE players know who the Three Stooges are? Yeah, I don't know. Was it Larry, Moe, and Harry? No, Larry, Moe, and Joe? I don't even remember their names. Curly. Larry, Moe, and Curly. Yeah. Shem? Is one of them really named Shem? Yes, Curly, Larry, and Moe. You know, Three Stooges have never been my thing. I never looked up to them, I can tell you that. And Shemp when Curly was ill. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, it's a little bit of history I didn't even know of. See, should have sued for what they did to them. Oh, you know what? Times change. Times change. It's so hard to say some things that were commonplace 50 years ago that they should have stood up to it. There was no infrastructure to do that, is the problem. They didn't have the resources. The public maybe didn't even have the willpower to support and stuff like that. So it's really hard to it's really hard to look back and say, well, they should have, because we're looking at it through our lenses of today, and our lenses of today are really shitty. Let me tell you, 50 years ago, they heard what kind of stuff was going on today, they'd all be like, fuck that, I'm buying an island and I'm living separate from everybody. Honestly. No matter which side of the fence you're on, the views are crazy. It's both sides. All right, drop tech, good luck. All right, is this the last wave? It'd be nice if it was. I'm at 13 minutes on this site. If I'm clearing these out in 13 minutes, I just did. That's an interesting number for such a cheap ship when trying to get escalations. 13 minutes. Just think of what I could do if I had a different ship. Do I salvage? No, I have not been salvaging. It's not typically worth enough.
Warp drive active.
Golem? Well, so the point is kind of that this ship is so cheap. This is 500 million, under 500 million for this ship. Clears out a site in 13 minutes or whatever that can potentially bring you an escalation that'll bring you 200-300 million. You know, something to say about that. Oh, this one, see, I'm not even close enough. I have to be within, like, at least 104 of these. And I'm slow. So, I did not land very good at this one. I'm really slow. I have no propulsion on this. And then I still have to align. Oh, all right. We
Warp
are
drive active.
out of here. We have a hostile in here. I don't know what he's in. Oh. No, he's part of a team. Yep, he's part of a team. So he's probably an interceptor. So to use this to run the yep, there he is in a stiletto, just like what I said. An interceptor. To run the hordes, I run them in a paladin in about 12 and 13 minutes. But he's right here baiting. He wants us to try and attack. Yes, I can run a 10 of 10 in 12 minutes with my paladin. The horde sites. Come the others. There's nothing in here for them to get. The only other person that's in here is in here right now. Does PH have Paladin Doctrine? Yes. Do 4 an hour at the rate? Yeah, I can almost do 4 an hour. I tend to take a couple minutes in between each one. Allie and Helioworth, thank you for the follows. Just no sap. Yeah, you know, if you're in drone space out here, the Paladin is very good. It's got good damage types and everything for the stuff out here. You can match the 12 minutes in a golem. I think it'd take 13. Here's why I say 13 instead of 12. Missile flight time and reload. So but you can fit it with the proper stuff and everything. You can reduce missile flight time if you brawl it instead of kite it. Use Mega Pulse T2 or Imperial on your Paladin? Yeah, I don't, but there's a couple of ways that it can be done. You get so much gold. You got toasted yesterday. We had a couple of big donations yesterday. I gave out like 275,000, more than 275,000 gold yesterday. Alright, these guys are still right next door. So, that's why I haven't gone to a site yet. See, here they are coming back. This is the power of intel with your alliance. Yeah, they were trying to bait. He flew right past me here on the station. The Gila still a shield HP regen monster? Yes. It is. And the rattlesnake. They have 2 maledictions. 1 stiletto and a malediction. Taking the bait like yesterday? Yeah, well. I just wanted some fights. Yesterday, problem was I didn't have much success with them. Died a bunch of times. I got in on 2 kills, but Loki and a Proteus. Look at that. The Gila rattlesnake could out-regen those drones' DPS and clear the site faster. The answer is Quite possibly. Should be tested. But what would you shave off? 2 minutes? And you bring your cost up on things. I mean, a Gila would be less than this, but I'm not sure it would have the DPS to clear it any faster. But I think its shield regen would work just fine. Problem is that doing these sites, they don't have real high bounty payouts. And so, you know, even though I'm like going for escalations, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to get a lot, you know, off of the escalation in comparison to what I would have earned doing horde sites to get that escalation. There's no loot differences because there's no loot. And I don't know if these smaller ones can spawn a carrier. I know they can get an escalation. I don't know if they can spawn a carrier. So... Right. Sure where these guys went. Maybe if they... I don't think they were from a wormhole. I'm gonna step away for just a moment. I'm gonna go grab another drink. I'll be right back. All right.
Warp drive active.
We got to get closer. Got to get close enough to take this out. Alright, go. I think I'm set up on this one. Ooh, a lot that just spawned. So there's a Eve giveaway today on the site. It's a version 2 bronze pack. Get in on that. We'll draw that near the end of the show. I'm thinking there'll be another wave or two. I don't know. I actually wasn't counting. Some more.
Oh yeah, another dragon boarding the train.
Gamer.
All aboard! Choo choo.
72
Yay,
months
another year
sub.
of entertainment. Thanks, Markee Smiley Face.
Yes, 6 years now that you've been a sub. About 4320. 4,320 gold. Everybody here in your honor. Thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Kandar got taxed. All right, Kandar. Round. This one will go pretty quick. But unfortunately, they don't all attack my ship. Some of them just yellow box, and then the drones won't auto attack. They're not being shot at. Like right here, they're not auto attacking, so I'm having to press a button. Alright. Well, that completes it. No loot, nothing. No joy. Let's see, what other types are there here? There's also the drone patrol. Go take a look at one of those. One elite drone parasite. What? Okay. That'll have loot. Somebody must have already done most of this site, I think. It's been long enough ago that there's no wrecks out here. Oh, well, there's everybody. All right. How about that? Level 6 abyssals? No. Right, I think that this actually is a trigger for multiple things, so let's take out some other stuff here. It's getting a little bit close. I suppose I should turn on my shield rep. This one at 16K, it's right at my optimal. Take out these other ones here. I gotta start on them now. I need to make sure I get them gone before they get too close, because they'll stay under my drones if they get too close. I warped in a little bit closer on this one too. Oh, this guy's really close. Close enough where now I'm not hitting him as effective. Could be getting close enough to break out the heavies. Why did they switch target? Oh wait, they didn't switch target. I did. Some really have a hard time seeing the names and stuff, you know, behind, you know, with the really light background. How about pull these out and pull these back in and then break out the heavies? Okay, well, it's still holding up just fine in here. Vector, getting new internet today? Well, that's cool. That's exciting. Especially if it's an improvement. Back in. This one's definitely taken a little bit more work. Definitely taking longer to do this site. I don't know if there's going to be any more of a payoff to it, other than there might have been loot from that one elite parasite. That's just going to have those drone tags, which aren't worth very much these days. going slow. He's so close. I'm not hitting him as effective. The tracking's not as good. Pull out the heavies for this. They're just too close now. Bartos. Well, with ChatGPT, it won't be useless. Still need humans to review it and to fix shit. And, but your job will change how you do it. Thank you for following. They run my escalation in this ship? I haven't gotten an escalation yet, and I would not run an escalation in this ship, no. I would only use a paladin or something equivalent. Tips for someone who got back from 13 years. Well, the bicycle is still here, but you know, hopping on the Eve bicycle, there is a shit ton of new features on it. Just get in, maybe start running some basic missions and move your way up, getting a feel for your ships. There might be a lot of new ships. There's going to be a lot of new ships for you. And do exclamation point fits in chat or exclamation point EWB, either one. And it's a good site for getting all kinds of ship fits. So yeah, because they'll look different. Well, there's sentient. That sentient's gonna have loot most likely. It's one of the 1 in 100 spawns. The sentient. Sentient also might salvaging. My shields are suffering a little bit. I feel like this one's taking about as long as it does for a horde. Yeah, this is a Dominix. He flies faster than me. I'm gonna catch up to him. Expect this one to have loot. Does. Dominix. About 480 million for the build. Cheap. Salvage a little bit on this one. And we are going to go get that loot. I have two of them with loot. Interesting. So this one turned out a little bit different. So somebody said that these rare spawns that happen, they're about 1 in 100 of these sites. So the sentient is about 1 in 100, I guess. The elite drone parasite might be in every one of these. I think it was the trigger. It's going to have some loot in it, but the loot's not going to be very good. The sentient is probably not going to be very good either, but it should have something. It has the potential to have something good in it. Doesn't mean it's going to. Just has the potential to. So we'll pick up the loot on both of those while I grab some salvage.
Warp drive active.
All right, we're moving out. Got neutral in here. See, say I'm not worried about if someone comes on looking for the stream. My actions here are exactly for that. Yes, it happens.
Warp drive active.
All right. All right, 9.1 million in loot. It's okay. Not, a huge amount, but it's okay. So we're at 9.3 million in there. We'll see what the salvage adds. 500,000 in salvage from it. Right, the elite parasite is just going to have an elite drone AI, one or two of them. Not going to be anything super exciting. It's at least something. When I get closer to it, I can pull it in. Salvaged an MC carrier yesterday and all you got was 10 metal scraps. Well, probably at least they were large metal scraps. Better than the regulars. Just regular, huh? Alrighty. Bjorn, hello? Just one. See if the salvage is worth anything. Drone that wasn't worth anything. All right, I got hostiles in here again.
Warp drive active.
Oh, we can at least dock up and drop off this
Docking
loot.
request accepted.
Got 10.6 million in loot. It's worth the trouble, but it's not very much. Not very exciting, is it? now. Right, I'm stepping away for just a moment. Be right back. All right. Well, I don't know that that site was really worth doing. We got a little bit of bounty from it. Quads definitely go faster.
Warp drive active.
Yeah. The bot is not working right with the raid. The first wave? No, it's probably second. Cracked coffee cup, huh, Vector? Well, this ship has done me pretty good today for being something cheap that if I lost it, it wouldn't hurt too bad. It's performed actually pretty good. Not nearly as efficient as some other stuff, but it's done a great job, especially for its cost, for its value. Any hogs still around? Yeah, I imagine there are some. What happened to the raid reset? Oh, I tried a command to see if I could reset the raid, but that's not the command. I actually don't remember what the command is. Maybe I can look. I did look at the raid info though to know that it's not working right. Alright, let me try another command here in just a second. Alright. Try starting a raid again, see what happens. I didn't remember the name of the command. Well, I looked it up. Alright, new raid started.
Warp drive active.
What about giving up on DU? What are you talking about, Mass Dragon? Where have you been? Have you given up on DU? So there. So am I. Take a look at the schedule. Am I giving up Shroud? No, I'm not giving up Shroud. I already gave it up. That one, I don't foresee that I'll be doing any more shows for it. If something change, I'm open to change though. If something changes, I may go, you know, play Shroud again, but as it stands right now, no. It's not because I don't think it's a great game, I do. It's just that there's not enough people in it. Richard Garriott, by the way, is starting work on a new game, a new Ultima game. Just so everybody knows. It's up in the air as to whether it's single player or MMO. So it'd probably be looking at 3 years before we'd be playing it, potentially. Maybe more if it's an MMO. I don't know, I'll be talking to him about it, I'm sure. Not a very good tick. 4.1 million. Tex, hello. Yep, nice to be here. They're shooting one of my drones. They're not doing any damage to it though. I mean they are, but it's just so minuscule. So for those of you that have arrived in the last little bit, there is a giveaway for Eve, for the Eve show today. Exclamation point giveaway. Follow the link. Get in on it. It's a bronze pack version 2. CCP doesn't offer them anymore. We still have a few left in our store. We actually put them at a discounted price. They're at the bottom of our Eve page. Anyway, you can get in on that giveaway. We'll be drawing here shortly. Probably finish this site and then we'll draw. Demtex, thank you for the support, buddy. What do you do to enter the drawing? Type exclamation point giveaway, follow the link. You got to have an account in our store. So we have both people from Twitch and YouTube entering. And basically you just add it, you just make an account in the store and then make sure you're logged in, add it to your cart, and you check out as if you were buying it, but it's not going to charge you anything. It's just going to yeah, not unless you won't be charged anything unless you're actually buying something at the same time. Then you get an email confirming your entry, and if you are the winner, you'll receive it in email. Code with instructions and stuff. We also have a monthly giveaway that's up right now. That is a platinum pack. Oh, look at that. We made it out of the raid alive. I made it out alive. Platinum pack. They're worth about $100. We'll draw that one at the end of the month, or at the beginning of the month. And you don't need to be present to win. If you win, we send it to you in email. Probably the last wave here. Right, I think this is the last one. If it is, then we'll start heading back to dock, and we'll do the drawing. Alright, yep, last one. No escalation. No loot. Go pick up that stuff. Alright, so it's final call for the giveaway. Draw here about a minute and a half or so. I think I'm going to fly back to my home station. Pick up this stuff and fly back to my home station. Then we'll draw. And then that'll be it for Eve for today. And then I'm going to take a lunch break. And then when we come back, we'll do some dual universe. Gonna see about building a glider in dual universe for looking for potentially valuable abandoned properties.
Docking request accepted. Warp drive active.
And then the next Eve show will be tomorrow, second show. Well, this thing performed really well today. I mean, for what it is, it did really good.
Docking request accepted.
See here. It's all loot. Oh, and I can put another Master at Arms on. Two. All right. Do this draw. If you put in your game name, Twitch name, YouTube name, whatever name you put in, I'll read that off. If you didn't, I'll read off your real first name and just last initial so that you remain anonymous, but you still know who you are if you hear it. Winner's going to receive this in email. It is it's a bronze pack. There'll be a code in that email. It'll have instructions on how to redeem it. They are one per. You can only redeem one per account. So if you've already redeemed one before, then it's potential you won't be able to use it. Maybe you have an alt. If you don't, well, then give it to a buddy. We still have some of these packs in our store. They're the version 2 packs, and they are 10% off for the most part. One of them's more. And when they run out, they're gone. We're not getting any more of those. And of course, if you need Plex or you need Omega Time, any of that stuff, we got it. Exclamation point coupon in chat. You can get a link to us, get a coupon code, save yourself a few bucks. And all right, so here we go on the draw for the bronze pack. Congratulations to Dean M. Dean M, who says Poker in Eve. All right, Dean, you're the winner. Check your email. It'll be a reply to the email you got confirming your entry. Have the code in it. So, all right, there we go. So, I will see you all in a little bit. I'm gonna go have some lunch. We're gonna come back and we're gonna do some Dual Universe. See you in a bit.